Here, though, top of the afternoon. You already know this Facts of Life, the podcast. You already know rocking with the homie Dave. And today is a special day. I definitely want to give a little shout out to my bro that I lost. You know, today marks 3 years. Lost one of my good brothers, you know what I mean? And that's why if you ever hear me say every day is Tay Day, I mean that shit. Every day is Tay Day. EIP to the homie Tay. You know I miss you like crazy, my boy. It's ironic too, boy. I'm gonna talk to him real quick if y'all don't mind. I know y'all just tuning in. But it's ironic, you know, that it's the 7th episode. That's a very, 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 very powerful, positive number between me and my boy. So it's funny that today is the 7th episode that we are broadcasting, and it's also the day that I lost my boy, man. So I know he gonna have fun with this one, and it's crazy because this topic today we talked about this a lot, and it's like it's one of our mottos, you know. So it's like thinking of all of that it's a wild thing. But we got Boot Camp Brian in the building, you know, on the ones and twos with us. We're gonna talk all that heavy good shit. Today's episode, you know, I like to let y'all know what we're gonna talk about before we talk about it.
Right.
But it's called To Be Aware is to Be Alive. You know what I mean? And y'all know everything we do, we put a question within it, right?
Yeah.
So first thing first, we gotta ask Mr. Brian Lyons, Boot Camp Brian, how you feeling, man? How are you?
Amazing, marvelous, terrific. Better than yesterday, worse than tomorrow, as always. You know, it's crazy that you spoke of this because I lost my grandma on March 1st. You know, so every March, you know, it's tough. And it's a tough time for it to be tough because the year really just started, you know what I'm saying? And you gain some momentum. And if you don't carry that shit through March, you can have a really terrible rest of the year. You can really go down. You don't want to peak in February. That's 10 months of downhill, you know what I'm saying?
That's
so
like,
I try to keep that in perspective. But yeah, man, it's, you know, thing about grief, man, it just comes in waves. So March is always gonna be tough. But hey, you know, like you said, it's always Tay Day, and I always look for an excuse to think about and remember the good times with my grandma, as we all should with the people we lost. You know, find a good excuse to think about the positive times that you guys had. And
I think because that's what I think was the purpose and their points of everything. You know what I mean? Like the whole point.
Yeah, which is why like I live my life a certain way. You know,
Excuse me.
We talking about being aware. This is why I live my life a certain way, because I know I'm fully. It's not a day that go by that I don't think about mortality.
My fault, bro. I'm dealing with mad asthma shit, I do apologize.
Yeah, but it's not a day that goes by that I think about mortality. You know, mortality is you gotta think about death. You have to, you know, and not in a way that's morbid, but in a way that's like, okay, listen, I know that one day I'm not gonna be here. I know that, you know, and so because of that, I know that I'm gonna leave some people behind.
Right.
And so it's like, I care more about what they going, what memories they have of me after. I care more about that than I care about what people would think about me now. If that means that's weird.
The current effect. No,
like the current doesn't really. You know, I think about that with my family, with my kids. You know, I try to always put myself and our relationship in a position to flourish and to experience new things and things that's going to leave an impact. So that there's going to be a time when I'm not here, but at least you'll have those. You know what I'm saying? And hopefully they're learning experience, and hopefully they're experiences that can make you feel warm inside and give you the best feeling of, yo, you can accomplish anything. Because that's the type of person I am. I'm going to go hard. Every time you with me, we're going to go hard at something. And so hopefully that makes you feel like that all the time. Like, you know what? That's what he gave, you know? We all giving something, whether we realize it or not. We all giving something back to society, you know? And I like, it's crazy to even think like that, because it's like, yo, you got, no, you good. You got like, people who, everyone gives back, even in ways that's weird, you know, like, it sucks to say it, but like, even like serial killers, man, like, you know, like nobody wants to be, you know, infamous, or I guess they do maybe, but you know, on a normal scale, they teach us the depravity of humanity. They teach us how low we can actually fucking get. You need that. Every scale has a bottom. You know what I'm saying? Like, every scale has a bottom, so you need that. You You know, like, and so that's how you know to judge yourself. Like, you know what I'm saying? I may be doing bad, but at least I ain't out here like Jeffrey Dahmer. Real rap, though. You know what I'm saying? Like, it helps you put yourself in perspective and say, yo, just listen, if I let this shit get too bad, who knows where I can get? You know, that's a person just like
but I like how you were saying, like, the whole grieving is in waves. And, like, you know, like, I'm not going to hold y'all. You know, I tell y'all all the time I'm going to be mad transparent with y'all. And as soon as I get the courage and I'm able to... I guess I shouldn't even say the courage. It's like more of like the strength to do so. But I'll talk to y'all further. But man, since December 31st of last year, I've literally been losing people every fucking month. Every month.
Yeah.
It feels like every month at least, or like since then. But I literally, within the past month, I literally just lost 3 people, all within like 2 people 2 days back to back. Like that shit. And I was sitting back thinking about it, like, you know, like, when we talk about, like, how I'm feeling, like, I feel better today than I did the other days, but that's current. Later on today, it can switch up, like, you know what I mean? Because, like you said, March, so, like, already March for me, because of my bro, was bad. Now, this shit got so much heavier, so it's like, I have to look at it that... And you still got personal shit that you got going on, so now, like, when I was talking to my one bro, right? She's like, you know, the best part about this is it started in the beginning. Yeah. So now your momentum for the rest of the year has to be amazing. It's like it has to be. And
I'll take that a step further and say you have to make it amazing.
Oh no, most definitely it's all me. Yeah, you know what I mean?
Yeah. It's all sometimes me. People take
that. But the reason why I say it like that is like I only say it like that because I know my control.
Exactly.
So pardon self. I just know the control that I got. Like it's like
and you're speaking as you, so you don't need to tell yourself that.
Right.
But I always watch myself when I say things like that because, you know, like, you know, everything happens for a reason. Things will work out. Those are true statements, but they do require
action.
Yeah. It's not like you can't know. You can't literally just
something.
Right.
But if I don't make actions within the prayer, it's just
or you don't wait to get the response to tell you the actions.
It's
you don't
just
follow
like I'm just sitting there, just
It's your spiritual compass. People don't know how to follow your spiritual compass, and that takes us right back to the saying: "To be aware is to be alive."
To be aware is to be alive.
That's literally your spiritual.
It's
compass.
literally your
like
spiritual compass.
It's like, okay, how I see this, like, yo, when do I make mistakes? When do I make mistakes? When am I baited into unnecessary arguments? When am I caught over scrolling? You know what I'm saying? When do I allow my thoughts to turn into avalanche thoughts? When I'm thinking about something so far ahead that I'm just making shit up now. Like, oh, what if this happens? Oh, then if that happens, that can happen. If that happens, that. Now I'm seven thoughts down, and I'm emotionally getting upset about some shit that's not even true. I just made that shit up in my head. You know what I'm saying? And made myself emotionally or physiologically wise, like, upset. You know what I'm saying? So, like, all of that is just not being aware. That's all that is. It's simply just not. It's falling asleep for a little bit and being caught by the pendulums, letting other things, your external circumstances, like, pull your energy in different ways, and now you're no longer where you're supposed to be on trajectory, on your line. But when you are on your line and you are aware, good things happen almost all the time. It's almost scary how many good things can happen to you when you stay aware.
Yo, I had a conversation like with someone. I don't know if it was you or not, but I was like, it probably was. But I said it's rare that a person is always gonna have problems.
We talked about that. That's the pattern we look for, and we say, okay, it's you.
It's you.
Yeah.
Because it's like, it's very, I'm not going to lie, I had to learn that.
Yeah.
Like, for instance, it took me, like, for work, right? It took a boss one time, manager, they said, you always late.
Yeah.
I said, well, you know, I be trying to, it's no way. And I'm like,
every time? Yeah, it can't be.
It's like, he's like, it's no way that you can't control how you need things to go
every time.
And I'm like, I could control it. Like, I'm feeling all like, I could. And he's like, well, if you could control it, give me a week of coming here
on time.
He said, forget on time. 10 minutes early.
Yeah, what's that?
And I'm like, all right. But then once I wanted to do that, it took me to realize, like, hold up, I'm basically wasting so much shit because I'm never aware of the things that I gotta do and the little things.
Not setting things up.
So it's like, if I would have planned for this, there's no way that it went outside of the box. This is my plan. This is how it's other option.
I would say that loud for the ones in the back, because people don't understand. It's like, we're gonna create anyway.
Yeah.
Like you're a human. You can't help it.
Yeah,
you're gonna create, and you're gonna create anyway. Your life right now, whether you like it or not, it's just what you created over the past. I would say over the past, over the past whole life, but more substantially over the past 5 to 7 years. What you did in the last 5 to 7 years is the equivalent of what you have right now, right? And which is why you can't focus on it when you want to do better, because that's old news. You're just looking at old results. You know what I'm saying? You got to do more new shit for the next 5 to 7 years to improve your. You know what I'm saying? To see the trajectory of your results. But what I'm saying, I have to say it's like, when you're not creating intentionally, when you're not creating deliberately, you become a leaf in the wind. You go away.
You just be existing.
You just be existing. Yeah, you're a drifter. Yeah. It's the thing about drifting. You know, you can drift. You can drift all day. Yeah. And you can't drift to the top of a mountain. Nah. You can't do that. Nah. You know what I'm saying? You can't go up. Right? Like you can't, that's not something, that's something that requires intention, power, direction. Right? I tell people all the time, like, yo, would you trust? If you go to I'm gonna ask you, because I never asked you this question. If we drop you off in a foreign country you've never been in, you know what I'm saying? You ever been to Spain?
No.
Cool, bet, perfect. You drop your ass off to Spain, right? You got 2 options. You could take a genius nigga. I'm talking about this nigga knows. This nigga he knows everything about geography. You know, he's an archaeologist. He knows shit about gems and stones, and he also knows about the environment, right? He's a genius. You know, you could take him with no map, or you could take the dumbest nigga in the world with a map.
I ain't gonna hold you. I'm not gonna hold you. This might sound crazy, but I'm taking the dumbest nigga with the map.
That sounds crazy. It sounds smart, and that's what I want people to understand. You can't like not having a plan, not having a trajectory, not having a destination, not having a location makes you unable to judge how close you are or what you're even attaining.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So at that point, it's like, what's the point of even doing it?
Right.
Because even though he's a genius and you might figure it out, you might figure it out with him.
But what's the experience?
My point. You might figure it out with him, but he's going to have to figure it out.
Yeah, he has to figure it out. He already took everything that you...
He's not even
learning at this point.
Not only that,
but... moving through it.
Not only that, you learning, but you learning and relying on him.
No, but...
As opposed to be able to just looking at the map and you relying on you and this person's smartness together.
But I feel like a lot of retention of learning is doing as well.
Absolutely.
So it's like...
Here's a question I have for you then. That question, like, what type of learning are you talking about? Because there's a difference between...
I know it's different
education,
ways of learning.
Two types of something like education, intelligence, in my opinion, is in 2 different zip codes. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, it's like education is memorization, in my opinion. I could be... Hey, listen, everybody can take this the wrong way. They teach you the tools to start, like they teach you how to read, right? They teach you to spell, right? They teach you the basic arithmetic, right? And then from there is learning processes. And not learning so much as in remembering processes and then recall for the test. That's intelligent. That's education, and I'm not mad at that. Like if you can recall all the facts from your books and shit like that, like that's cool and that's good. That's education. But then intelligence is being able to think, right? Which is totally fucking different. Like to be able to have a problem come up and be able to be solution oriented based on what you have, to be able to MacGyver shit, if you will, to be able to detective shit, if you will, to be able to see underlining, like use your external perspective plus what you know about life and put 2 and 2 together without anyone giving you the plus sign.
Right, it's a lot more logic.
Right, logic building, right? I think that those are 2 separate things, and I think they require 2 different motor skills, right?
Yeah,
you can be super educational and be not doing well in life because your intelligence is suffered because you require structure. Like, you can think, but you have to think in this box where they say, well, we're doing math. And now, I can do all the problems. Or we're doing geography. Or I can list all the... No. Like, but this is life. Life requires you to do math, geology, and reading at the same time. Like, you might have to do... You know what I'm saying? From engineering to spatial judgment. You might have to do depth perception all at the same time. Right? And then you have to use the will of... Your will of, can I do it? Can I not do it? That's all involved in intelligence. And so... To me, like Albert Einstein, that's what made him so intelligent. Because it wasn't facts. This nigga spent all day working things out. Just being curious.
Like trial and error.
Yeah. So when you ask him a question, you know what I'm saying? It wasn't like we can't facts. I don't like when to me, as a person who's a life coach, if you will, a consultant, when someone comes to me and asks me a question, they're not asking it for me to give them the answer. I don't believe that. Right. I don't believe that. They're saying, hey, as another human, let's work this out.
Right.
Like there's no right answer. There's no best way to live.
Because most time there's no. You just
it's figuring out the experience that's best for you. And if you that determines your quality of life. I don't care how many. You can have 1,000 degrees. If you can't figure out how to make you feel better, how to move through life and get the best results efficiently for you, you're not gonna be happy. Period. You can have $1 trillion. But if you can't figure out how to be intersocial.
That's just like I always say to people. Like you can give a person if I don't know how to survive off of $5, I'm not going to know how to survive off of $5 million.
That's right. How many lottery people go bust?
That part is a whole nother topic. A whole nother episode we're gonna get into because that's deal with the money. We definitely gonna talk a little bit about that financial and money stuff. So something that you was talking about a lot. Like I want to make sure that a lot of our listeners understand like the meaning of awareness, right? Because we said to be aware is to be alive. And I tell you all the time, I'm like very like straightforward, So a lot of the times when I'm giving you the
clerical definitions, like that shit
is literally something that you could look up. And you know, in school when they be like, don't write the same thing. No, I'm doing exactly what they're telling me not to do because I need to, when I break this down to you, I want, when you go to look to do your research, I want you to still be able to be in the realm of our conversation and be able to take this and make this develop like a self-development for yourself so that you can see, okay, I never thought about breaking it down that way. Right. A lot of times I do that. I'll take one word, break it down for its meaning, and then go put it back in whatever it is that I'm reading so that I can see it exactly like that. So it's like, for instance, right now, we say to be aware is to be alive, right? Now, listen to the definition of awareness, right? Knowledge or perception of a situation of fact, right? Another part that derive off of that is concerned about well-informed interests. Now, we're going to pause there. Now, listen. Awareness, right? To be aware is to be alive. To be knowledge or perception of a situation or fact is to be alive. That's crazy how that sounds. All I did was just take awareness.
Just took the word out and substituted with
the definition. And it's like, damn.
Right.
So you saying,
right,
as long as I got either the knowledge or the perception
of being
in a situation,
period.
Just being,
it's
and
being
is
we're
the
human.
situation.
What are we human
beings, right? And that
we're
is
supposed
the
to fucking.
We are. It's like we are the situation, right? We are
literally,
the situation of fact.
Literally,
that's what I was getting ready to say to you. So it's like when they're saying that the perception of the situation of fact, 9 times out of 10, it's us. It starts with like, you know what I mean. So it's like,
which is why perception gives you your world.
But if
you lack the ability to be in now, your perception is skewed, and that's what people are not understanding.
And that's what people are not understanding, right?
Like when I tell my kids, it's this. Listen, you know what the present is? The present is raw materials for the future. That's how important it is. You can't get anything you want in the future without getting through now. And so your job is to try to craft. Yeah. Let's say put it like this. Let's say, okay, you got to take a journey, right? And all you get is 5 wooden planks. Right? Now, the first part of the journey, maybe you got to hike up this hill and shit. So you just use 2 of the wooden planks as like, to get you up the hill, maybe like, like the ski poles, if you will, right? But then you get down the hill, you got to cross a river. Well, you gotta take those planks, you tie it together now you got a raft. You get on the other side now, you face oppressors or somebody you gotta use one as a melee.
But look at all the different perceptions that you had even beforehand though.
But what I'm saying is, that's what I'm about to say. So you make a plan for your future, but how to get there is in the now. And that's why to be aware is to be alive, because you know where you're going. But see, a lot of people walking this life and they don't know where they're going, so they don't know what to plan for, and therefore they don't know what tools to use in their basket.
And that's what I was getting ready to say to you, right? So a lot of people be like, if you grew up in situational environments and things like I grew up, like some people take certain
fuck that. Let's call it how it is. If we grew up impoverished like we did, like for real, let's call it what it is. Like if we grew up, right, it's facts of life. When you grew up poor like us, you feel me? Like we coming out of it now with this information. That's why we trying to pass it to y'all. Right. But reality is that's how we came. That's where we came from. So like, right.
Like I always like people like a lot of times when I'm leaving out my mom's is like all right, y'all, be safe, be safe, be safe, be safe, be safe, be safe, be safe. And I'm like, all right, so you gain a habit of what you say to your homie. All right, yo, stay safe or be safe and like, you know, this and that, right? But when you break it down, right, safe, like the word safe, because we always go back.
Come on. Yo, you are the truth.
The word safe, right?
Tell him.
Safe
break
means
it down.
That you're protected from or not exposed to danger or risk. Not likely to be harmed or lost, right? Now,
first of all, that's crazy. Impossible.
It's like,
and I hate that word impossible.
It's like,
I hate the word impossible. But
it's
that
like,
word
it's so contradicting of itself. That's why I pulled the whole thing out.
That don't make no damn sense.
It's like, hold up. So wait. You telling me that you want me to stay protected and not exposed to danger or risk?
Which means you don't want me to grow.
So you don't want me to be fucking living.
Yeah, because that's what living is. Is literally managing the risk that comes along with this life. Because you can't live risk free.
So now the reason why I say, like, a lot of times you come from my area, like, and even if you like you don't, but everybody, if you know me, what I say, stay dangerous. But I'm gonna give you that too, because I want you to understand. I'm gonna explain to you why I say it and knowing what the definition means.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So dangerous, right, means able or likely to cause harm or injury, right? That's what it said. I mean, it got other stuff in there that's, you know.
But that's the main thing behind it.
But that's the main thing behind it. Now, when I say stay dangerous, does that mean? So am I saying stay able or likely to cause harm or injury? Maybe.
So.
But.
The able given.
Yeah, because listen, this is what I was going to say. Hold up, that's what's getting ready to break it down.
Yeah.
I'm just breaking it because I know right now it's some people listening like, what the hell?
Yeah, that's kind of crazy.
Oh my God, she said stay dangerous, and then she just said.
Listen, absolutely. So, when you first said it to me, and not on the podcast, but like in our relationship, when you first said it to me, it caught me off guard, but immediately the way I am, I got interested.
Yeah.
Like, let's dissect this. You know what I'm saying? That's what I did. But I understand because at first you don't hear it.
You're like, oh, wait, what?
Yeah, whoa.
But it's like, so if I'm telling you to do something, if I'm telling you to, like you said, right? When you said the whole thing, like, you know, so for instance, right? You saying you got 2 children. You want them to do something. You want them to be the best at whatever it is that they do. Mm-hmm. So you give them their options of you could do this or you could do that. Mm-hmm. So for instance, I'm like, hey, you could be safe or you could be dangerous. Mm-hmm. I would prefer for you to go out and live on, because you're experiencing, you know? Right. So it's like, if I'm just saying,
it's almost like but the thing about it is that makes me, when you said it, and what made me actually, when I questioned it, I said, that makes perfect sense, was that you act like you can have it any other way. This shit is dangerous.
It's dangerous, and this is my thing.
This shit is,
so if I'm
living is not, I mean, like you're exposed, like whether it's different dangers in every different environment, right?
Exactly.
But like whether you live in Maine and you're exposed to bears and shit, or you live in the hood exposed to guns, or you live in a high traffic area where there's a lot of car accidents. Yo, like living is dangerous.
So if I stay dangerous, and with that knowledge of I'm able to fuck anything the fuck up. So fuck. I'm not even. See, a lot of us when we say danger, we think, oh, you gonna, or we say injury or harm that means to another person. No. Like you said, if that bear come up and it's me or the bear,
we gotta be.
If I'm feeling already, I'm willing to go all the way.
You staying safe might not gonna help you with no goddamn bear.
You saying I'm not even about to risk fighting that motherfucker. I'm out. Because I'm staying safe. I'm out of here. And you're going to get caught. Yeah. Because when you start living, like one thing my grandmother used to say to me is, you're not living right. And I'm like, what do you mean? Because I'll be spooked. And to do different things. Like we said with your spirit. Yeah, you know, a lot of this stuff, your spirit guides you. Your
body.
And it's like...
And like, that's what your feelings come from.
Right.
But if we don't realize that, you don't walk toward the right things. But you know what? A lot of times we don't realize that because we have numbed that connection with us because of the material aspect of this world. What I mean by that is like when you buy things for yourself, and when people buy things for you and they can trigger certain hormones, you forget the natural feelings that come along with certain perceptions. So like, for example, when you're talking to somebody and your chest starts to close out, you know, something like that. Oh, well, that just means like you're going toward the wrong direction. You're going toward make yourself feel uncomfortable. You're treading toward, not maybe that you shouldn't have the conversation, but you should change your approach You know what I'm saying? Like, you're literally about to put yourself in a fight or flight situation, right? And so, like, people don't get there until it's too late. Now they're there. Now it's a panic attack. Now they blame anxiety. No, the truth be told, it's not that you shouldn't blame anxiety. Yes, you just had an anxious moment. But how we get there? We got there because we weren't in tune with our intuition. So it's like the game, hot, cold game. You know, when you were younger, you know, your older sibling or maybe your parent would play something somewhere and tell you to look for it. And if you were getting closer, you're getting hot. And when you're further away, you're getting cold. And your emotions can do the same thing with everything else. You just got to learn how to trust it. You know, you get the vibe, you feel out the vibe. Doesn't mean you go, you know, right, but you dissect it, you interrogate it. You feel where these feelings are coming from. If you get an urge, you know, like, as a man, and or I guess I don't even know if women go through it too, but as a man, like, you know, you might see somebody pretty, right? You know, attractive, whether that's to you, a man or a woman, whatever your deal is. There's no judgment, but you might see someone who you're attracted to, right? That's cool. But as a man, I had to realize that it was unhealthy to then take it directly to like a sexual nature. That's unhealthy.
Yeah, that's crazy too, though.
No, it's unhealthy. But I didn't even realize I was doing it.
Yeah, no.
I didn't even realize I was doing it. Then I had to I had to check myself.
Like, why?
Right? Because immediately I was just like, you know, once I caught myself, I was like, whoa, like I don't really want that, like, from this young person, this young lady, or whatever the case may be. That I just think that she's attractive. My brain instantly just took that and, you know, multiplied it. But that's not really where I'm coming from. We were just walking down the street. I don't have any desire to turn around and talk to this young lady, chase this young lady, see how far I can go. You know, I'm happy in my relationship. You know what I'm saying? But if I had to be honest, wow, why did that just go there? You know what I'm saying? Why? You know, and if you don't dissect those thoughts, if you don't check them, they multiply.
Right.
And you know, that's when things become unhealthy because once again, you're not aware.
Right.
It's just the awareness. It's a lot of it's just controlling us. But how do you get to control? It's catching yourself and being honest.
And discipline.
Yeah, because once you catch yourself, you're like, whoa, I don't want to do that. What I did was I substituted me in this situation, and the girl that I happened to be thinking about in this situation, I substituted that with my mother, my girl, and my daughter. And I said, if any man just walked past any of these three of the women in my life that I love and protect, and had those kind of thoughts, how would I feel if I know about it? If I could read those kind of thoughts? And I wouldn't like that. You know, and every one of these, this young lady has a father, has an uncle, has a cousin, has, you know what I'm saying, and people who love her, and she's not property. You know what I'm saying?
That part.
She's her own being.
That part.
You know what I'm saying? And it's disrespectful to even if I'm not saying it. It is still disrespectful to think of another human being as an object. Absolutely, no, 1,000%.
Thinking is
yes.
Oh my goodness.
Yes, and I don't think a lot of men realize that. So when we get to the point of getting creepy, if you will, to us it's like, what? Like, how did she get that out of that? And it's like, yo, dog, go back to where this started from and the origin, and your subconscious plan for the whole thing, and the intention behind the plan. Because there's two things. Like, are you really trying to have sex with this woman because you want to see where things go in the future, or are you really objectifying sex and just substituting beings for it? And that's fucked up. Yeah. Do you know what I'm saying? It took a while for me. Like,
this gonna be another
topic, right?
Topic,
yeah.
Because I want to talk about soul ties and things like that, and like that whole sex thing. Because again, like, people don't
realize,
to be aware is to be alive,
right.
and that's
why I'm glad we started with this, because now we can break this down in many different areas
and all aspects of your life. So it's like, I could go outside, like, and if you not listen, one thing my grandma, she used to say, like I told y'all, she used to say, oh, you're not living right. And I'm like, oh no, you just scared me because you just walked in. She said, no, you should always feel like there's someone watching you. She said, because there always is. She said, and it's not saying that's bad, but it's just saying there's always there's always someone watching you, right? So with that being said, that whole awareness, right? If someone was sitting up, it's a crazy guy out on the loose, right? And I don't watch the news or anything like that, so I don't know that there's a crazy guy out on the loose. Now, just so happened, I'm going outside, and they just told the whole block that you gotta stay inside because it's a crazy motherfucker out on the loose. Yeah. So, and he's killing everybody. So it's like, yeah. So he's like, so it's like, without that prior knowledge, right? But because I'm being aware, I know that to be aware is to be alive. Right. As soon as I walk outside, I'm already like,
Ain't nobody outside.
Why, nobody's outside.
Yo,
nobody's
this you really my soul sister. But honestly, I'm the same.
Listen, it's crazy because like the funny part about this is that kind of happened. All right, I'm gonna tell y'all this real quick.
Tell us a story.
Yeah,
I love story time.
So now, because this just made me think, right?
Story time.
All right, I'm in college, right? I'm like, I'm riding the bus because I'm going to community college, but it's whatever. So I'm in college and y'all from, and listen, I'm from Norristown, you feel me? I was going to Montgomery County Community College, so this is literally something y'all can look up to see if I'm fucking lying about it. So when I tell y'all this story, literally. Right. So I'm in college, I'm on the bus, right? I'm riding on the bus, it's like every day, when you do something repetitive, it's like, after a while, it's just like, it's emotion. It's like,
you didn't even think about it. You didn't realize how you got there. Yeah.
So I'm on the bus, and I'm like, I know exactly when, I could be asleep, I could be with my headphones in, have my eyes closed, whatever.
You just
I know when it's my time to stop, right? So I'm on the bus and I'm like, I have a moment where I be like, damn, I ain't even peep. Like, he really just rolled right past and he didn't even stop where he didn't go into the school like he just went straight. So I'm like, fuck it, I'm gonna just get down here, I'm gonna just take my walk. Maybe I'm telling myself I need to take a walk, right? So I get off the bus. Remember, I already picked up on that. But I get off the bus and it's other people, we get off the bus. We start walking out. We all like, yo, what the fuck? Why he just do this? Like, we didn't realize this like a little husky walk. Yeah. So as I'm walking, though, I'm like, damn. The beginning of the parking lot for the school is bare. I was like, I've never seen it this empty. No way. And I'm like, damn. Did they close off the school or something? Because like, did they? Is something going on that the school's closed today? Yeah. And so I'm like, So immediately I'm like, yo, look and just pay attention. I see a guy moving with a SWAT uniform. So I stepped back. I said, oh.
Yeah. We know those letters. They ain't for flies.
Somebody did something. They're looking for somebody.
Yeah, right.
They at school.
Yeah.
So I walked down. I said, a news reporter. And immediately I'm like, yo, I already know something's going on. I was like, something done happened. You know what I mean? So I'm already on alert. I'm already ready. Like, I'm like, whatever is to happen if they, because right now I don't know where this person is. I don't know what's going on. Yeah. So I go over to the news right now. It's funny because I wind up being on news that day. But I was just saying, like, the school never sent out an alert to me to tell me that this was going on. Right? So if I wasn't already alert, my alertness went off when the bus didn't stop, right? Yeah. So if I would have never thought about that or just was going gradually, I would have still been walking and just sleep through the whole joint, walked in on some shit and didn't even know.
We talking about danger.
I could walk in on some fucking danger and I was playing it safe.
Playing it safe.
I was playing it safe.
Playing it safe in dangerous situations.
Yeah, it's like, whoa, that's a needle in a haystack. That's you a sitting duck.
Literally. And I tell it's funny because, my kids don't live, I got my daughter, right? But my sons don't live with me. And so we do a lot of FaceTiming. And, I always try to give them the gems as much as I can, you know what I'm saying, within the times. And it always comes down to the same things, the same theme. And it's just like, knowledge isn't power. Execution is power.
Right.
So I don't want you to just know this, you know what I'm saying? I don't want you to just say, yes, Dad, I know. Yeah, Dad, you told me that last time.
Right.
Because because you're gonna, if you come to me with an issue where you don't execute, we're gonna have to have the conversation why you didn't make that link. You know what I'm saying? And I'll take the L because that's another thing. I'm the leader, right? I'm the dad. So like, if they don't get it, it is my fault. I gotta translate it better. I gotta find a way to color my speech. You know what I'm saying? Like, and to make it so that something that they can image-wise get it, because it's life changing. I always tell them when we watching movies and stuff. Sometimes we watch like movies like, you know what I'm saying, and like the movies like something like those weather phenomenon movies. Like Day After Tomorrow and shit like that. We love the Mega Storm. Like we love shit like that, right? But I'll pause it and be like, yo, you think like 1, 2, or 3 people out there, you think he died? Because they don't show it, right? People be running off screen. Oh, you think he died? And we'll have conversations about that because it's not everyone facing the same variables don't have the same experience.
Right.
Like for example, we all just went through a pandemic, right? Some of us went through and didn't.
Yeah.
Some of us didn't go get through. Right. Some of us are not living no more. And it's a perfect example to how life treats you based on what you. Now, those people weren't necessarily bad people who died of COVID. Like it wasn't somebody like, oh well, yeah, you know what, you were naughty this year, you died from COVID, you died. Like nah, like it's simply like maybe they enjoyed too many snacks. Yeah. Maybe they smoked a little too much. Maybe this is regular people shit. But when you're not aware, you don't keep things in check, you're susceptible to being sitting down.
Exactly. And it's like that's what we don't want.
No.
We want to be aware. We want to be living. So I'm gonna leave us with this too, right? This is perfect. This whole time we was talking about to be aware is to be alive, but what the fuck is alive?
Okay, so I like this.
What the hell is alive? Now, again, wait. I'm gonna let you get your thing off.
Man, I don't even.
But before we do that, I gotta give you my definition, my Google definition.
Dictionary definition.
You know what I mean? It's simple. Alive means living, not dead, alert and active. Hold up.
Okay. Now see.
Now we getting a little
But hold
different.
on. It's touchy, and I don't want to go
getting
here.
A little different.
I don't want to go here.
We can't. We got. We gotta keep it with y'all. We got like 4 more minutes.
All right. So look, I'm gonna pose a question with a
got
question.
our final
so then
thoughts.
we don't have to get final. We don't have to do this on episode part 2 then.
Okay.
Because I'm posing a question with a question. Does this mean the same? Does the definition change at all? And I'm not picking sides, y'all.
Yeah,
it's gonna get messy.
Yeah,
it's gonna get messy right now, and I apologize.
As I said, this is gonna get deep.
I'm not picking sides because I don't want anyone to feel like I'm being harsh. Does that definition apply to birth? And if it does apply to birth, does it apply to pre-birth?
Now, explain to the listeners what you mean by that.
So
you say
your definition says what? Read the definition again, and I'll go right there.
Living, not dead. Alert and active. But hold up, okay. So
you see that thing?
I know where you're going.
I'm not picking it. I know. I'm asking a question. I don't have it.
Keep that in mind though. That flame, right? You keep lighting that, right? Keep it like that. Keep it lit. Is that living or is that dead?
This is a living flame.
It's a living flame.
Because it's lit.
Because it's lit, right?
This is not a living flame. This is a potential living
now,
flame. Potential lit.
Pre-birth, right?
It's potential?
Is it potential? Or is it already living? Is it active?
Is it aware?
Is it
aware?
Is it aware? Hold up,
I don't know. I can't.
In my opinion, it has to be, right?
Why?
Because guess what? It become listen.
Yeah, well, when?
It's aware. For instance, when a woman eats something that baby it's not good for her. I know this isn't something that when I come out and I live on my own, this ain't good for me. So sometimes it causes morning sickness, or it causes them to throw up or no longer have the desire to eat these things.
Well, why did
have these things?
Okay. Quick question. How can you differentiate?
I mean, I also never was pregnant, so this is all thoughts. I never was fucking pregnant. I'm playing on it.
I never was pregnant.
I'm just telling you what I'm saying.
I never was pregnant either. Right? So this is from the observations. We are unequipped in this.
These are just our thoughts, right? These are our thoughts and what we think.
What I'm saying is, how can you so clearly decipher what it's doing from what physiologically our body does every day in terms of corrective balancing, right? Because like if you drink too much, your body does whatever it takes to try to correct the balance, right? Regardless, right? Right. So it could, what you're saying could be true. It could also be true that your body is extra sensitive because of what's going on, because it knows the changes, and so it's going to be extra sensitive with controlling the metabolic stability of your body.
Yeah. For instance, what I say by that though, right? Like because some people, this is what I mean by that too, though, right? When I'm saying things like that. Because with a baby, I'm gonna let you get that off, right?
We got 50 seconds.
Oh shit.
Let's wrap this up. We gotta wrap this up. We gotta tell them about it nicely. Yeah, we can't even.
Well, we leave y'all with that. I want people to comment.
Yeah, comment and then
comment and we're gonna comment.
We're gonna use the comments.
We're gonna use the comments.
Because we unequipped.
Yeah.
Let some ladies tell us. Tell us.
Right now we gonna start debating on our thoughts.
We don't even know.
And next thing you know, we're going to, I already know how this is about to go. We're about to wind up searching this up and looking up some more. But that's a good thing.
But it's different from a life experience.
Exactly.
I need that. I need to go with the life experience plus what we look up, because I don't want to be disrespectful to somebody and say, oh, we're like, because I hate when people who never did sports try to talk about it.
Right, like how the hell you gonna talk to me about something?
You was never on the field. That's not how it feels.
You say you wasn't shooting in the gym.
You heard, like, you trying to read up on it, tell me.
But yo, I appreciate all y'all for listening in. I hope y'all stay dangerous. All right,
That's
stay
alive.
dangerous out here. And remember, to be aware is to be alive. Like, comment, share. Let us know what your thoughts is. Please help us out on that last part what we left you with.
Please.
Alive. What is it and all of that? But yo, you know my thing. Love, peace, and Godspeed. Or whatever. You know what I mean? Nah, I just tried that out today. I ain't never say that.
I love that.
I got that from my buzzing. But yo,
I love that.
Yo, stay up. Tune in to us next week. Every Friday we got them dropping. You heard?
Yeah.